Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to this episode of Real Talk with TAS and OnJerya. We enjoy our time talking with you guys, and I'm telling you, it's going to be a good conversation tonight. OnJerya is coming in, and I can't wait for us to talk with you guys because, I stumbled across something sort of interesting. And I sent it to Unveiled, and we got to talk about it. So she is going to be joining us. I think she's trying to get in now. Let's see if we can get her in the mix. Unveiled, are you there? Are you there?
Hi.
Hi. I don't see you, but this stuff with
See me this week?
I don't see you at all. I don't see you at all, but it says that you have joined me, but I don't see you. But you see me though, right?
Oh yeah, I see you. Loud and clear, girl. I see you.
I guess we both supposed to be seeing each other at the same time when we do this conversation. Cause it's gonna be hot. I guess it's gonna be lit. But who's that with me? Hi, Jiggy Davy One. How are you doing?
Hey,
I,
Kelly.
these people, so as they say. Are you just speaking? And then I see, is it BCK2M13 that's joined us? Well, hi, guys. Well, Instagram is so funny. Sometimes I see the people when I'm talking to them, and then other times I don't. So, Angelia just told me that she sees me, but I don't see her. So, Angelia, are you seeing me like you normally would see me?
I do. I am like your head's like cut off at like this part is cut off. So I see
Oh,
like eyebrows. I, yeah.
well, well, the way
You're
I've
still
got
cut
the
off, but it
phone,
doesn't matter.
well, tell you. Well, at least I've got it. I'm not cut off on my side. So at least hopefully when I download it or when people look at it, we'll be looking the way we should
Yeah.
look. But anywho, we're going to jump right on into this. I'm telling you, I sent Angelia a TikTok that I saw, guys. And I was like, hmm. So I sent it to her, and I'm on TikTok and all these different things, but I don't have a lot of time. But I stumbled on this one, and I sent it to her, and it's about Thomas. And really, it's about how the Ring doorbell will capture information. Because people come to your door, and you just never know what it's going to capture. So, Miss O, you can tell it so much better than me. You want to tell them what I sent you?
Oh, yeah. So if I'm sure by now everybody has probably seen it and probably is like, oh my God, where's part two, right? Because I know I am. So basically it's a hey Barbara, this is Shirley type moment where this woman, don't know who woman is, comes to the house and basically she rings the doorbell wanting to speak to Thomas. So the wife is like, speaking through the Ring doorbell camera saying, basically, who are you? And why you want to speak to Thomas? And, she's like, it doesn't matter. Like, I need to speak to him. Like, I know that he lives here. I need to talk to him. And so the wife basically says, like, again, this is my husband. This is his wife. Like, I don't understand, like, who are you? What are you wanting? And the woman's like, well, no problem. Like, I'll just call him. So she proceeds to take her phone out and call him. And the wife was like, oh, I know he better not answer. I know he better not answer. So, of course, Thomas don't answer. But, meanwhile, we're all like, okay, like, where is Thomas? Like, is Thomas in the house? Is Thomas at work? Like, who is this woman? Is this, like the work wife? Is this the side piece? Obviously, it's not a family member, it's not a friend, because the wife is pretty much like, who are you and why are you here want to speak to my husband? So long story short, like the video like kind of cuts off, so we don't really know what happens. Like, we don't know if the wife confronts Thomas. We don't know if the woman at the door, if she is able to get in contact with Tom. Like, we don't know. We're left in the world of unknown, right? And so when she sent the video to me, I was like, it just couldn't be me. It just couldn't be me. I felt like the wife, she did a lot of talking.
Yeah, she did.
She did a lot of talking. I don't know why she was talking. There was nothing
Okay.
to converse about. Yeah, there was
So
nothing
what
to
should she
converse
have
about.
done? What should the wife have done?
Okay, so we can run this different ways. Um, First of all, when the woman came, okay, well, first of all, let me tell you about me. Um, if you come to my house unannounced, even if I know you or I don't know you, I'm not getting ready to go to the door. I'm
Yeah.
not getting ready to even acknowledge your presence, okay? Because you done popped up
Okay.
unannounced, and I don't play them
I
games over here. Okay,
don't either.
right?
I don't go to the door.
I don't go to the door. It can be the UPS, Amazon man. I'm not going to the door. It can be mom and
Mm-mm.
daddy out
I don't
there.
go.
I'm not going to the door
Mm-mm.
because first of all, you knew you was coming, so you should have announced yourself that hey, I'm on my way to your house. So popping up,
Yep.
we're not even geared
You
to
play
answer the
those
door.
games.
Even if I know you, not gonna answer the door. So
Mm-mm.
I feel like first of all, she didn't know the person.
Mm-mm.
So why are you engaging in conversation with this person? That was the first mistake.
Okay.
Second of all, she talking about she want to talk to Thomas.
Yep.
Okay,
Cricket.
well you done clearly indicated that Thomas is your husband, and this woman is at your house want to talk to your husband.
Mm-hmm.
She won't sell no Girl Scout cookies.
No, I didn't see any Girl
I didn't see
Scout cookies.
no Girl Scout cookies. She wasn't a what you call it, the Jehovah Witness.
No,
Come
I
by
didn't see the Bible or
want to talk to
anything.
you. Yeah, right. So why are you entertaining a conversation with somebody that's not worth entertaining a conversation with? Amen, 12.
Because she wanted to talk to Thomas.
Well, honey, obviously Thomas didn't want to talk to her because if he wanted to talk to her, he would have picked up that phone. Which
But he
leads me
knew
to
not to pick the phone
believe
up now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute now, Miss O. He knew
he
not to pick that phone up. So he probably was in the house
that's probably where he
listening to
was
that
at.
woman talk about that. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, but I'm saying that's probably where he was at in the house, which is why she was like, you better not answer that phone.
But let me
But how would you handle it?
well, first of all, we are siblings. I don't answer my door.
No.
Let me. I don't answer my door if I'm not expecting you. I don't even move. I don't move
Mm-mm.
because my thing is you should have told me you were coming. So
That's it.
first of all, you can ring the doorbell, you can yell, you can scream. I don't move. Now, second of all, let's just say I happen to be at the door and this person will have a conversation with me. Well, we're not gonna have no conversation
No,
about my man. That ain't
no.
getting ready to happen. And I know the English that I just used, I said that ain't getting ready
It's
to happen.
not.
Because and what is this song from when I was a little girl? My parents probably listened to it. Is that Woman to
Yeah,
Woman? Is that Betty Wright?
I
Or whoever? The
think it
man
is.
you in love with, he's mine from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet. The bed he sleeps in and every piece of food he eats. I make it possible. Now, whether I'm making that possible or
Oh,
not,
yeah.
you're not coming to my door
Nope.
to come talk to me about my husband, and I'm not going to entertain it. Now, what gets me is the fact that people want to go and have an exchange with this woman. I'm not in a
Yeah,
relationship with this woman. I'm in a
no.
relationship with the man. And
Yeah.
that's the way I would handle it. I would tell her, thank you so much for dropping by, but now it's time to get off my property. And then I'd have a conversation with him. Because again, why am I having a conversation with somebody that I'm not in a relationship with? Because the focus has shifted to what's not a player in the game. Okay. They're
Right.
not a player in this game. There are two people that's the players of this game. So I'm going to have a conversation with
Yeah.
that person, not her, because she ain't got nothing to do with this. Because if something is going on, you made a conscious decision to do it. So I'm having a conversation with you, not her. So again, like you, I wouldn't even have gone to the door, but if I just happened to have gone to the door, I would have thanked her so much and asked her to have a good day and to get off my property. And then
So
I
have
would
you
have talked to
so have
Thomas
you
or whomever it is.
experienced this? Like anything similar to this? You haven't?
No, I haven't. Probably for the
Really?
best. Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Oh
Dr.
man,
Taz is a good person. God knows she is. I'm a good person. And what I hear my movie. He's a good
he's
man, Savannah.
a good
I'm a
man,
good
Savannah.
woman. I'm a good woman. So don't push me. Don't push me. So no, I have not experienced this. Have you experienced it?
Oh, honey, yes, yes. I definitely have. Of course, it wasn't through no Ring doorbell
Okay.
camera.
Okay.
It was a
Okay.
phone. It was a phone call, and I don't answer private calls.
Oh,
I don't
neither.
even answer numbers that I don't know.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, so basically, I got the phone call. So I guess I would have been what, Shirley? Shirley, this is Barbara, or
Yeah, yeah,
whoever.
sure. This is
Yeah,
uh-huh, uh-huh.
yeah, and I heard her out. I heard everything she had to say. You may get to asking them clarifying questions because first of all, you try to make sure it's not a wrong number.
That's true. Could be the wrong number. That's true.
Try to make sure it's not a wrong number. So when you start asking those questions, and then you're like, so we're talking about, okay, so we're talking about my person. Okay, cool, no problem. And then I try to be an adult about it.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, we can definitely have some conversation, just kind of nip it on in the bud. I'm sure it's a
Mhm.
misunderstanding.
Okay, okay,
When I got off the phone, it was definitely a good misunderstanding because I was one way to what? To see about my man,
okay.
to have a conversation with him. And baby, we had a conversation. Oh, we had a good time. We had
Mm.
a
That was
good
good
time.
time.
We had a
Oh.
good time, honey, because he was laying in that bed asleep. Because, see, this is what you got to do. See, you got to be real nice with people, so they don't even know it's coming.
Uh-huh.
It was real nice, honey. I pulled up, and, the people let me in the house. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? They won't even thinking like, well, why is she here, Because see, I always, would just pop up from time to time, because I'm family, right? We family. Yeah, and slapped him right up out that bed, honey.
Oh, no.
He
Nah.
was
Oh, wait a minute now.
fine.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Homie was laying in the bed asleep,
He was laying in the bed asleep.
and you slapped him out his
I
sleep.
slapped him out his sleep, and he was fighting the air like he was fighting a ghost. It was the
Bless his heart and bless
slap.
yours.
It
Okay.
was the slap heard around the world.
Wait a minute. Now, Mans was laughing, and and then we got
What's
thank
the
you,
time?
Arthur G. Wilkins, for joining us. She wants to know what the topic is. Basically, in a nutshell, I saw this TikTok. This lady was at this woman's house, and she was asking to see this woman's
Yeah,
husband, and the woman wanted to know why she was there, and the girl is like, I'm his friend, and she's like, I know all his friends. What do you want? She picks up her cell phone and she tries to get the man on the phone, and he didn't answer. And then she basically tell the lady, if you don't get off my porch, I'm calling 911. So we're talking about these relationships
yeah,
that sometimes go a little
they
left
do.
or go a little right.
They
And we're
do.
trying to figure out how and why and whatever. And so Anjay was just telling us about the fact that she didn't get nobody
No,
came to her door. She got a phone call.
I did.
I got a phone call. And so, after she heard the person out, she thought she would go and check in with her man.
Ah,
And so when she got to where he was in the bed asleep.
he
And she
was.
said she slapped him up out of
I
his sleep. And you take it
sure
on from there,
did.
Miss
I
Summer.
sure did. I mean, I know I don't condone violence. Let me put that disclaimer out there. I don't condone violence.
No.
However, the Scorpio was Scorpioing, okay? The Scorpio was Scorpioing. And sometimes people want to take your kindness for weakness, and you have to let them know, baby, they ain't nothing weak over here.
Well, now, Arthur said, did she still have time to go get some popcorn? Because she don't want to miss nothing. Are we going to have an intermission? Or is she better, does she need her, can she get some popcorn?
You can definitely go get some popcorn. Yeah,
Okay.
but the bottom line was I confronted him.
Yeah.
And the issue is because we want to confront the woman. Why am I confronting her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My beef is not with her. My issue is not with her. My issue is with him. So having a conversation with her is not going to get me anywhere because chances are you probably knew about me, which is why you hit me up. And then you
Mm-hmm.
thinking that
Oh,
I'm going to dialogue. in the
Mm-hmm.
comment. Yes, girl, the baby oil. Yes, yes, yes. Oh,
You
was
see
it
that?
soul food?
I believe it
Yes,
is so food. Uh-huh.
yes,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yes. Because people just think that they can just treat you any old kind of way, and that you're just gonna sit here and take it. And it's like, look, we grown, we adults.
Yeah.
Let's act like adults,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Like, let's have a civilized conversation where we can talk through this. Now, was I wrong?
Well,
No, I wasn't wrong.
you
I
weren't
wasn't wrong
wrong.
not one bit.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't wrong not one bit. Why? Because you should never be blindsided by something.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we go wrong in the
Yeah.
situation. Like, if you gonna do your dirt, don't ever let me get blindsided, because see, that's the worst thing that can happen. You know, somebody coming up to you and telling you about your situation with your person, and you having a smile and, oh, thank you. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, okay. But you know, on the inside, you fuming. You like, oh, when I see them, when
When
I
I
see
see
you,
you.
oh, when
Now
I
that's
see you,
Tasia.
that's
Now that's
Tasia,
Tasia. Now,
girl.
now,
That's Tasia.
Maxwell said he's still feeling every pop of that belt.
Okay.
When
She
that
was
baby all. And then Arthur G. Wilkins said my ex-husband had a good side chick. She never bothered me. Now I'm with you on this now,
yeah.
Unjeya. I've never liked to be blindsided
No.
because I feel like if you don't want to be with me, tell me. We can have a very civil conversation and you can pack your stuff and you can go.
Mhm.
Meaning that we don't ever have to see each other again. But,
Wow.
I always said I don't want anybody coming up and having a conversation with me because that just is not a good thing because you don't know how you're going to respond. You
Right.
hope that now, let me use my other language. You hope that you're in a good space as far as your emotional intelligence
Of
at that
course.
moment, but you might not be.
No.
And if you're not in a good space, they might meet the other side of you and then look at what will
Right.
happen. And it didn't have to happen that way. We
It
should be
did.
able to have a civil conversation because if you think the grass is greener on the other side, go on over on that
Yes,
side.
girl.
It's not a big problem. Go over there.
Yes. But I don't
But
want to, because I'm greedy.
why do we got to be greedy?
Because I can't. Because
Oh, because you
I
can. I
can.
know. Oh, and you see, what man said, as a man, it's easier to leave, but most won't. And then, oh gosh, Arthur G. Wilkins said she got pregnant 90 days after our divorce.
Child.
Hmm. I'm glad. Well, you made a decision. He
You
was gone, and she
were
got
gone.
pregnant 90 days after your divorce. Isn't that interesting? Hmm. Inquiring minds want to know. But I
Are they still together?
say it again, Miss
Are
O.
they still together?
Well, that's a good question. Arthur G. Wilkins, is your ex-husband and his side piece still together? Or ex, well, you know what I mean. Are they
Yeah.
still
Are they
together?
still together? Because
Oh,
because typically what they do
I was just
is
gonna
they,
say, men will say a man's sister
you don't know.
is not a
Okay.
good situation. It is
It's
not.
not.
And it's Arthur G. Wilson. She don't know, and I can understand because it ain't got nothing to do with you. You have moved on, and
Yeah.
if they together, great. We wish them well. If they not together, great. We still wish them well because you've
Of
moved on.
course.
But Miss O, they used to call her Miss O in our program. But Unjaya, why is it, do you believe that regardless of how things go down, it is so hard for people to move on? Why do I still want to keep that baggage with me instead of moving on?
Okay, so for me, from my personal experience, um, it I was broken.
Mm.
I was broken. I knew that I deserved more. But sometimes, as they say, it's cheaper to keep her. And when we make that statement, we always think like it's financially. Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
but it's like when you have invested years, time, money,
Mm-hmm.
effort, like I know you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, so I know when we're good. I know your patterns, your behavior. It's just, it's comfort. So you stay, right? Because who wants to start over? Because now if I start over, I got to learn this person. am I really gonna like truly wholeheartedly trust them because I'm broken? Like I didn't take that time to heal and reflect and work on me, or what exactly? Like what am I going to do? So for me, like it was better to just stay in that moment because we can work through it. We're gonna get through it. Then they continue to do it and they continue to do it and they continue to do it and nothing changes. So eventually you have to make a decision to just leave.
Well, Manswell said they don't want someone else getting what they had also. And that's a very
True.
good point. But you said, you stay because you're broken or something is missing and you're not ready to take that leap of faith and change your
Right.
situation. Well, several things come to mind. And I'm going to say
I
this
like
as I
that.
think about what I'm thinking about. Now, I've said to you before, you're not thinking out of your intellect. And
No.
and and I don't mean that to be disrespectful, guys, when I say that, but there are times that we think out of our emotions versus
Yeah.
out of our intellect. So would you say at that time you were thinking out of your emotions and not your intellect?
Oh,
Or
absolutely.
okay. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Definitely thinking about the emotion, but intellect what?
All right. What
Because see, because it goes back to that. It's like that mentality of, well, it doesn't matter. Like they're always going to come back to me. They're all like whatever they do, whoever they mingle with, they're all. So you feel as if like you won because
yeah.
they always come back, and it's like, baby, you ain't won nothing but a headache.
Now, you hit on something there. Thank you so much. Arthur G. Wilkins said 2 strikes you're out. I used to say 3 strikes you were out from the time I was a little girl, and it meant about anybody. It was because I wasn't even thinking about
Yeah,
relationships, but I gave people 3 strikes and they were out. Because I'm not going to keep letting you go over and over and do the
right.
same thing over and over. Because then at some point I'm the one that's insane because I'm expecting something else to happen, and I keep getting the same old crap. But when you talk about this, I think sometimes as people in relationships, I'm not going to say women, because I think men sometimes fall into this
I do.
also. We think that because the person comes back to us, we are in a position of power or we are the favorite one. We're the one that they really love. But if they really loved me, why are they stepping out on me? Why is there someone else that they continue to bring into the relationship that they say is an important relationship to them? And I think that when this is happening, I believe sometimes we're so emotionally
Yeah.
compromised that we're unable to see that one, we're enabling them, and two, we're a victim, and we're victimizing ourselves. Because I often say that women can brainwash themselves. So, guys, please don't send me some bad things when I say this. But what I mean by that is how we think about situations determine how we respond. And sometimes we like to say it's because of how the person interacted with us and how we felt and this and that, or what they did to us. But it's about how we see it. And if I see it a certain way, like you were just saying, you saw, you were the
Right.
queen because he always came back to you. And so that's what you saw. So therefore, he didn't have to manipulate you. Think about what I'm saying when I talk about brainwashing, guys.
Yeah.
He didn't have to manipulate you. You manipulated yourself because you decided this is the scenario that I'm living
Yep.
because you weren't ready to see the scenario as it truly was.
Yeah.
So again, we give our power away because that's what you did. You gave your power away, but
Mm-hmm.
then you took your
Yeah.
power back and said, I
Yes.
had enough of this.
Oh, yes. And sometimes, it's that potential. See, we got to stop
Yep.
falling in love with that potential because that potential have you messed
Mm-hmm.
up, okay? Because
Mm-hmm.
if that person is not who
Mm-hmm.
really who you need them to be
Mm-hmm.
at this present moment, they're never going to be that person. They're
Oh,
not
absolutely.
because
You got
because you can sit here and say like I have faith in you. I know that you can do. Like you're pouring into them, but they have to want the best for themselves. And sometimes they just don't want it. They don't
let me
want the
jump in
best
this.
for themselves.
Let me jump in because I can't see you guys because we don't see. She sees me, but I don't see her. Let me jump in. I got several things I want to say real quick. Arthur G. Wilkins says one time is a mistake, the second time is for
Yep.
clarity. Then Manswell says, I'm trying to find it again. Men try married women also. It's up to that person to know what they have to lose. Now, and I agree with both of those.
Mm-hmm.
But when you were talking, Anjay, I thought about our movie, My Best Friend's Wedding.
Yes.
Because, in there, Julia Roberts' character is chasing her best friend. And then Rupert, I think his name is Rupert, he asked her,
Mhm.
you're chasing him. No, he's chasing her. He's chasing his fiance. You're chasing him. Who is chasing you?
Nobody.
Now sit with that guy. Nobody's chasing you.
Nobody.
So you're all involved in something and you're the only person invested. And when do you realize you're in a relationship with yourself and whatever? I have to think about this guy because y'all gonna send me a bad little word here. And whatever fragmented version I am at that moment. Now
Yeah.
think about what I'm saying because I'm in a relationship with myself and that fragmented person I am at that moment because I'm not in a relationship with him. Because if I was
No.
in a relationship with him, then she would be calling me. She would not be coming back. And I would
True.
not allow that to continue to happen. People make mistakes all the time. I get that. You
Absolutely.
can bounce back from mistakes. But it's like Arthur Wilkins said, the first time it's a mistake. The second time is for clarity,
It is.
which means then you need to see what's happening. She also put here, some people want less than what others want for them.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And that's
Yeah.
what you were talking about, Unjeya, about we fall in love with the potential too.
Yeah.
And we've said this for years, guys. You cannot change somebody. If you can't accept them for who they are, please
No.
remember if you go in a relationship with them, they're not going to change. You can't change them. They have to want to change. So if
Yeah.
you're getting in a relationship with them thinking they're going to change because, you the best thing they've ever seen,
They're
had, whatever, blah, blah,
not.
they're not. And so you done bought your own
Yeah.
cover story, which is you the best thing since ice cream. But you now have gotten into a relationship based upon who you thought they were. And I think that happens a lot of
It does
times.
because again you fall in love with the representative because seeing the representative is the person that is like the bells and whistles, right? Because I don't want you to see really who I am, so therefore I show up as like this, well, my situation wasn't like that, but like when I reflect on these other females, that's how that person portrayed themselves to these other females, was like, oh, I'm like your knight in shining armor. I'm walking heavy. I do this, I do that. But knowing on the backside that they didn't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw out of, excuse my French, but it is what it is. Because again, with you, they are their authentic self. With the other people, they are that representative and they bought into their own cover story,
Mhm.
unfortunately. And, you do have these women, like I saw like a video clip like before we logged on where it's like a side chick challenge.
Oh,
Yeah. So you have these side chicks who are, going around being like, I'm a side chick because I do da 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 da. I'm a side chick because da 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 da. And again, it's like
hmm.
you're doing it for clout. Like we all know, like let's be real. When we go back and we think about grandma and granddaddy and them, we know granddaddy had somebody on the side. That's how granddaddy had all them kids.
Well, yeah.
But nobody won't talking about it. You didn't even
Mhm.
know about it till granddaddy died, and then it's like, well, who are you? Well,
Yeah.
I'm such and such, and what you mean you such and well, who you? Where you come from? That's when
Mhm.
you find out. Now
Mhm.
it's like it's a badge of honor. It's like, no, I need you to know who I am because I want to be relevant. But why?
Well, Angelia, thank you for joining us, Mobetta 0506.
Yeah.
Now, you know, Mansell said exactly as a guy, I waited until I was ready to fully commit to being in a relationship. Arthur G. Wilkins says, but that's where your confidence comes in. Exactly. And now we're talking about confidence for two people.
Yep.
We're talking about the person they're in a relationship with, and then the side chick. Because you're talking about a side chick challenge. I don't get that part. I believe that's still waiting to
Yeah,
exhale,
that's
isn't it?
like
I don't get that
that.
part. You know, because that's Angela Bassett. She says, and is it my girl singing that song?
That's
Is
Mary
that Mary
J.
J?
Yep, that's Mary J.
With the lover, your secretary, and on and on and on. She didn't get that part. But as you said, it's about that confidence. If we're talking about waiting to exhale now, but that's life. She had her confidence and she walked away from
Yep.
that because she had put everything into it, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't
No. No.
enough. So again, you're telling us now there is this, as we're going to bring this session to a close. I hate to do it. I can't see you because I just see me, I don't see you. But we're going to bring this session to a close. But, it's been a very intriguing conversation about extra
Side chicken
people.
later.
Well, yeah, I hate to say it that way. Go ahead and say it, OnJerya.
But
Those
no.
side pieces. Manswell said that side chick danger. Yes, I said, oh Lord Jesus, I can't even read. He said side chicken danger. Yes,
Mhm.
he said side chicken. I'm hearing chick, but chicken. Now, Manswell, you are so silly when you say the word chicken. Things pop in my brain because then what pops into my brain is this. Am I settling for being side chicken
Yeah.
because I don't think I can be the main chicken? Is it going back to what Wilkins said? Is it that my confidence isn't there? And so I've been put in that role from time to time, even though I didn't realize it initially. So now I've just settled in that role, not thinking that I deserve any better. Because I think also there are
Yeah.
people who fall into that category. So, it's life and relationships are so different. Each
They
party's
are. They are.
relationship.
And then some people, they also feel like, I know what I'm getting, right?
Yeah.
So because I'm the side piece, it's like I know what the expectations are. Because basically, in my mind, I'm his peace. I'm his happiness. Like the stuff that he can. I had this conversation with one of my guy friends. They're like, I feel like, not trying to get all. But basically, it's like the things that they can do with the side piece, they can't do with the main piece. So that's why they have a side piece. If you read in between the lines with that,
Mm-hmm,
if
mm-hmm,
you read in between the lines with that.
mm-hmm.
Also, with being the side piece, I have, like, as long as you running me my money or running me whatever benefits that I'm getting from you, I'm good. I don't
Okay.
care. I don't care about what's going on with you and your girl, you and your wife. If you want to come and vent to me, okay, baby, come on and vent to me. Because it's going to go one ear and out the other. As long as you dropping off money, you dropping off whatever, I'm good to go. And so again, it's like, I think for a lot of them, it's just for different reasons. It's the benefits, whatever benefits they're getting, and then it's like, well, he ain't cheating on me because he not my man. My thing is when you go from he not being my man to now you want to confront the main one. Now, see, you need to stay in your place.
Well, Manswell said you can't play with people's emotions. Arthur G. Wilkins said, "Nah, some folks just lazy." And then she's like, "I'm the fool. Of course, you can't treat me like a snack."
Yeah,
And you're right, because it's like you can't have, well, men that have your cake and eat it too. I started to say what I don't normally say it, but you've heard me say what I was about to say, but I'm not going to say that. But it's like, you're right. If I'm okay with being the side chicken, why do I want to confront the main course?
right.
Because I shouldn't have a need to do that because I should know my place. Manswell's like, as a Q married to an AKA. Nope, not worth losing my best friend.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no. So I just don't get it. And I don't understand
But you
the, and I don't know if I can
made a
say
good
this.
point, though. You said your best friend. And
Yeah, that's
that's
what he said.
important.
Hmm.
That's important because some people, when they get into a relationship, that foundation is not strong.
That's true too. But they don't know it's not strong because what does strong look like? How do I know that? Thank you, Dr. Jeff 2010 for joining us. How do I know what strong is when I perhaps haven't had strong before? So the fact that this person's paying me all this attention
Yeah,
and on and on, sometimes that's the setup. Because again,
it is.
that's how they come with the representative. But that's the setup. So how do I know?
You know, honestly, it you have to work on self. That's really what it boils down to. You got to work on yourself. You got to know what you want. You got to know what your non-negotiables are, and it's really trial and error. When you get tired of being hurt, and you look within self, because basically what they say, it's a mirror. Like the person that you're with, like they're mirroring you.
Mm-hmm.
So if that person is exhibiting like similar behaviors, you have to question like, okay, why am I attracting this type of type of people? Like why are these people like gravitating to me? Why is it that in all my relationships I'm in the same position?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we
So,
not growing? Why is it that I'm always the saver hoe? And I'm guilty of that, I'm not gonna lie. But I know it though. Like I own that I'm the saver hoe. I
mm-hmm.
own it, courtesy of Gloria.
That's true. Well,
Like with the
and
one
also,
that helps
I'm
everybody.
sorry,
Like, and it's not a
I
bad
can't see this.
thing.
So, Arthur G. Wilkins says right, but you're right. Understanding everybody plays a specific role in relation and with multiple roles, but
Yeah,
understanding what the commonality is across all of your relationships, because you're the common denominator. So, how are
absolutely.
you presenting? How do you? Are you a person that doesn't like confrontation?
Yeah.
Manswell says the mindset. What is your mindset? Is it a mindset? I got a man, I got my woman, whatever it is, your flavor, and I'm not going to rock the boat because I got this person.
And some people, they're like, I don't want to be alone. Honey, I love being alone. Like,
You just,
I love being with me. I love being with me.
mhm. It's
Like,
not like
and there's nothing
separated at
wrong.
all.
There's nothing wrong with being alone. Like, even because you can be in a whole relationship and still be alone.
Be
Just because you got
alone.
that person laying beside you, talking to you, interacting with you, you can still be alone. So that whole state of mind of, oh my God, I just don't want to be by myself. Honey, you can, again, be in a relationship and be by yourself. So yeah, as you stated, some people don't want to rock the boats because they're perfectly okay with what they're getting. But the thing is, you basically teach people how to treat you
Yes.
based off of what you're willing to
Allow.
accept.
Allow.
So, yeah,
Mm-hmm. What you allow from them, what the meaning what you accept from them, you are teaching them how to treat you.
yeah,
And if we do that, because we do it,
we do.
um, then what are we complaining about?
Nothing
Do we
to
have
complain.
any right to complain, or are we just complaining so that we can have something to talk about?
We can play so we have something to talk about. Because sometimes, we just like to hear ourselves. That's why they say don't be, when you got problems with your man, don't be telling your
Mm-hmm.
family and friends. Because see, we all know you're gonna get back with him,
Mm-hmm.
but your family and friends are not. They haven't moved on from that, and they're never gonna
Well,
move on from it. They're always gonna
exactly.
be like, remember.
Dr. G. Wilkins says, don't complain if you're comfortable being second. Manswell said, I've had women get mad because I don't party. I waited for my person. And that's so key, to wait for your person.
But
And
how do you
after
know it's
you
your
got
person?
your person, well, if it's after you got your person, protect that. Now, what were you saying, Unjay?
Excuse me. I'm like, how do you know that's your person though?
Yeah. Now, let me go back to what you said. Would we not be mirroring the same thing? And hopefully what we're mirroring, the majority of it is positive.
Yeah,
Would that be an indication for us that maybe this is the right person?
it is, and I also think again, to whoever your beliefs are in, that you're asking for things to be revealed to you. that this is indeed
It's true.
the person that I should be with, that is in alignment with whatever your will is, because we let the flesh take over sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and we need to let the flesh step to the side.
Well, it's not always the flesh. It is the
It is
flesh, but it's
flesh,
emotion. It's emotions though.
but that
And when
goes
you
along
talk,
with it
but when
now.
you talk about being equally yoked, we
Yeah.
think, well, I shouldn't say we think, but lots of times people think only about it from a religious or spiritual perspective. Well, religious, but being equally yoked is so multifaceted
It is.
because I need to be with like-minded people, but those like-minded people need to be able to sharpen each other. If I can't sharpen you, then it's a good relationship. And I'm talking us now as siblings. It's a good relationship,
Yeah.
but it's not a good relationship. I should be able to help you to grow, and you should be able to help me to grow. So likewise, we have to be in alignment. But as you said, it's the flesh. I'm gonna say it's the emotions. I remember years ago, and this may not be true, guys, but I remember this lady saying to me, and I was very young, that women are turned on by, I think she said, emotion, and men by sight. And
Mhm.
I sort of agree
I
with
agree
her. It may
with
have
that.
shifted, but we are turned on by emotion. And that's the reason I talk about that brainwashing. Don't send me no bad notes, guys. But it's the state of mind.
It is.
It's the state of mind. And once my mind goes into a certain state, my emotions follow. So it doesn't even matter what he's doing because I'm living what I think is actually happening.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's a disconnect. What's happening is this: somebody at my door are calling me on the phone, but in my mind, everything is just perfect with a
True.
perfect
And
couple.
then it can also be based off your experiences, right? Like, what did you see growing up?
Absolutely. And with that, I think parents and our extended families, I don't think they realize that
Yeah.
they are training us on how relationships should be, how we should interact with our mates based upon what they have shown us. They just are living their lives. But we're more woke now
Yeah.
because it's a different time, and we are aware that what our kids see, what our nieces and nephews see as far as our relationships, that we're saying that this is okay. We're condoning it. So if they see that this person's knocking you upside your head, unfortunately, then you're saying to that male and that female family member, young person, that that's okay.
Yeah.
But you may say, well, I don't have no responsibility. They ain't my kids. It don't matter whether they your kids or not. You're saying because you remain or your situation doesn't shift,
Right.
and it can shift and you still remain, but it doesn't shift, then you're saying to them either indirectly or directly by them observing that this is okay
Yeah.
because our families are our role models. Menzel has here, I protect her from those calls or knocks at the door. She doesn't have to worry. Absolutely.
Yeah.
She don't have time to worry about that because if I'm
No.
going to be worried about that, you're not going to get what you want.
No.
And that means anything. You're not going to get it because I cannot focus because I got to worry about these people knocking on the door and these phone calls. I'm not going to have it. I'm just not going to have it. I'm not going to be in a house and afraid to pick my phone up because somebody's,
No.
now we don't have house phones. I'm not going to be anywhere and afraid to pick my phone up because I don't know who's on the other
No,
side.
honey. I'm not going to be afraid to go to the store, go outside as a whole, because I fear like somebody's gonna run up in my face and be like, "Oh, let me tell you, well, honey. Again, if you can come and tell me about my man, that something about my man that I don't already know about my man, he was never my man to start with, and you can go round ahead and have him, because chances are, again, it goes back to that cover story. It goes back to that representative. Whatever you think you're getting, that's 9 times out of 10 probably not who he really is. And you can definitely, slide on into this position. I promise you, you'll come back and tell me, honey,
Get
I wish I'd have,
that back.
I wish I'd have just stayed on the sidelines. I'm sure you do, because again, it's a lot sometimes to be dealing with them. And, people fail to realize that part.
Well, they do, and Angie, I'm going to bring this episode to a close, but I'm reminded of something I heard years ago when I was a little girl, and we were traveling, and I heard a lady say, we stopped at a convenience store to get gas. And I heard a lady say, I bet she was talking about her husband. I bet he's in there getting this lady's phone number. I was really, really young. I was like
Ooh,
elementary school. I know you guys like, but you remember that? Yeah, I do. Because I never heard anybody say that. Now, I didn't understand it as well as I understand it now, but I never forgot it. And I obviously the lady made a choice,
yeah,
but she wasn't really happy with her
no,
choice because if she's going to make that statement, that means she knew her man, but she made a choice. And so I guess I want us to think about as our takeaway tonight, we make choices all the time.
we do.
And my thing is once you've made a decision that you're going to do something or you're going to accept something, please don't complain. You don't have
Like,
to
what
stay
is
up.
he gonna shut up or put up? Is that the
That's it.
phrase? Shut up or put
I
up?
think it's shut up or
Yeah,
put up
put
or
up
shut up,
or
or
shut
whatever
up.
it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Because again, you have made a conscious decision because she made a conscious decision, but yet and still she felt the need to say,
Yeah.
I bet so and so is in there getting that woman's phone number. And like I said, I was in elementary school, but I never forgot that. So again, going back to this idea of the adults show children how relationships should be and how they are to behave in relationships. I never forgot that. I never forgot. I was an impressionable young child, and I never forgot that woman saying that. And I will say this: she does. I haven't seen her husband in years. I ain't seen her in years. But he was a nice looking man. A nice looking man. But that's what she said. I bet he's in there getting that lady's phone number. So, it's been a rich conversation, Unjaya. I just hate that I can't see you. So if I ask you to conclude us, can you do it? Because you say I can't see you at all.
Oh no, you can go right on ahead and conclude because you got it, girl.
Now this is what I put up with, guys. Now, I haven't been able to see her the whole time. Now she's telling me that I got it and just go on with it. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for the comments. This has been a wonderful session. Session. This has been a wonderful episode talking about relationships and when the side pieces come to your door or they call you on the phone, how you respond, and just relationships and being in a relationship with yourself first, knowing your worth, being confident in who you are
Yeah.
as you walk into relationships. So that's so important. So thank you for joining Real Talk with Taz and Unjelia. And you never know what we're going to be talking about. If you see something you want us to discuss it, you know to DM us and we'll certainly talk
Mhm.
about it and see what's going on out here in these streets. Did I say it the right way,
You
Unjelia?
did. You did out here in these streets, girl.
All righty then. Well, thank you guys so much. And until next time, I'm going to do my thing. I don't know if I do it on here, but I'm going to do it anyway. Before you take care of somebody else, make sure you're taking care of yourself first. You got that, Miss Angelia?
I
Oh,
certainly do, honey.
all
I think
right.
I take care of me too much and not enough for other people.
Oh, so you done flip it, but you did say you were gonna flip it and it was gonna be about you. I don't fault you for that because you can't
Okay.
take care of everybody.
No.
All righty then. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Angelia.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye bye.